KFJ Online. This week in the story, we're going to talk about Jesus rising from the dead. And to do that, I thought we could do a little cooking project all together. So if you've got these ingredients, you can do it right along with me at home. Or if not, maybe you can ask Mom and Dad to pick these up and you can try it later. So here's the things you're going to need. You're going to need some of those refrigerated biscuits from the grocery store, the ones that come in the tin can tube paper roll-up thing. You're going to need some big marshmallows. You're going to need to mix a little cinnamon and sugar together. That's what I've got here. You need a little fork. You need a baking pan and some cooking spray. So let's start with our story for today. When Jesus died on the cross, his disciples, his friends were sad. They were confused. They didn't understand. They knew that Jesus must be the Messiah, but they still didn't understand the whole picture. And so they were very sad. And when Jesus died, one of his followers, someone who followed him in secret by the name of Joseph of Arimathea, went and was able to get Jesus' body from the cross. So I want you to take one of the big marshmallows you got, and they took Jesus' body down from the cross, and it was almost the Sabbath, which was the special holy day for the Jewish people, a day when they didn't do any work, so they didn't have much time. So they took Jesus' body and they wrapped it in cloths with some spices that they had. So I'm going to take my marshmallow here and kind of mix it up and put some of the spices, the cinnamon mixture that I have. And they took Jesus' body to the tomb. So I'm going to take my that Joseph had, that he was going to use for Jesus' body. And they took Jesus' body and they placed it in the tomb. We'll sprinkle a little bit more of our spices there on the top. And then a big heavy rock was rolled over the top of the tomb. So I'm going to take another biscuit here. I'm going to put it down over the top and seal it up. And so the tomb was sealed. We're going to pinch these edges together with Jesus' body inside. I imagine that must have been a very difficult time for all of Jesus' friends, for his family. They didn't understand yet what Jesus' mission truly was here on earth. And now we're going to put our little sealed up marshmallow that symbolizes Jesus' body. We're going to put a little cooking spray on our sheet. We're going to put that down on our sheet. And I'm going to put a little bit more cinnamon sugar on the top because it looks nice. All right, so if you want to, take a moment and take the rest of your biscuits, put one biscuit down, dip the marshmallow in the spices and put it on top and seal it with another one until you use up all your biscuits, okay? Okay, well I finished with my biscuits here and I've got them all sealed with the marshmallows sealed inside. So when Jesus' friends wrapped his body with spices and put it in the tomb, they had to go away because the next day was the Sabbath and they had to wait. So we're going to go put our biscuits in the oven. If you're doing this at home, 375 for 10 minutes. We're going to go put them in there and close the door. It's hard to wait, isn't it? It's hard to wait, especially when you're looking forward to something good. I hope you're looking forward to eating your resurrection biscuits. But Jesus' friends, when they had to walk away from that tomb, they didn't have much to look forward to because they thought Jesus was just dead. And so they had to wait all through the night, all through the Sabbath day, all through the next night, until the next morning, and they went to the tomb. So let's go get our biscuits out of the oven and let's go to the tomb with some women who went to go prepare Jesus' body further for his burial. All right, I'm back. I've got our to the tomb that morning, they were expecting to find Jesus' body there and to show their love and concern by anointing it with some more spices and preparing it in their traditional ways. But they had a bit of a surprise. I have a surprise here, maybe. So, we put the marshmallow inside, right? Look at that, there's a hole. It's empty. And that's what the women found at the tomb. The tomb was empty. Can you imagine how surprising that was? The the women went there, expecting to find Jesus' body, and instead the tomb was empty. Wow, can you imagine that? What celebration, how amazing. And that is the good news of Easter. That though Jesus died on the cross, he didn't stay dead, but he beat death. And because he beat death, he has made us right with God and has opened up the way for us too to live forever with him. Such surprising and amazing news. Surprising and amazing as those women found it that morning when they went to the tomb. And they had to run back and tell the disciples. They just couldn't believe it. But Jesus was risen. What a sweet, wonderful truth. And because he is alive, we can live fully. We don't have to be afraid. We can live fully as God's people, living as God calls us to live, full of love and forgiveness, because God has really set us free. How sweet that is. Try a bite. That is really good. Well, thank you for joining me for KFJ today. I hope you have a wonderful week and enjoy your resurrection rolls.